And welcome everyone back to round number 6, our final round of Swiss here at Psychototer Boys in Echeverria, California. I am Swiss Coronel. That is Dennis Geisler. We have our final round of Swiss again. It's going to be Khoa, Phan, and Miguel Echeverria. And it's going to be an interesting one because Khoa is going to be piloting the Mouse Soul, Dragonite, Grimmsnarl, Golden Go, Archaludon, and Pelipper, while Miguel is going to be piloting the Whimsicott, Incineroar, Pelipper, Basculegion Male, Amoonguss, and Archaludon.
Yeah, 2 Rain Cores, both Rain Cores that we're fairly familiar with at this point, but both pretty different ones. Khoa has the Mousehold, and you can see it's a Safety Goggles variant. It's less offensive, more designed around setting up the Archaludon, along with that Grimmsnarl and the Light Clay there to set up the screens for Archaludon and potentially Golden Go as well. And then on Miguel's side, there's the more offensive variant with the Basculegion and all that, although it does also have the more traditional supportive core of the Amoonguss and Incineroar. I'm curious how they match up into each other. It's always weird when the same weather team plays against each other, because it's like, okay, do I bring this weather now? Do you bring it? Do I get more value by not bringing it because I know the other person will bring it?
Yeah, definitely a lot of mind games here, and it's going to be Miguel bringing out his weather first. It's going to be the Pelipper Basculegion lead, and Khoa's going to appreciate this because it's a Grimmsnarl and Archaludon lead.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what we were talking about a moment ago, where it's now the Archaludon gets to use the Electro Shot, the one-turn Electro Shot, without needing to have the Pelipper there next to it.
And with this Grimmsnarl, it's going to make it a really bulky beast, depending on whether or not Miguel can deal with it relatively quickly. And right now, neither of Miguel's Pokemon can deal with the Archaludon quickly enough. Basculegion just has to retreat, and it also reveals an Archaludon.
Okay, I'm interested in how this turn is going to
continue. Thunder Wave first from this Grimmsnarl. Going to go ahead and paralyze that Archaludon and cut its speed in half. And it's a Weather Ball coming out from Miguel's Pelipper, so it's faster than Khoa's. That's a lot of damage! Here's the Electro Shot now from Khoa's Archaludon.
Yeah, and that's got to be kind of slow Archaludon to be slower than the Pelipper.
It's going to Electro Shot into Miguel's Archaludon. Talk about Dragon on Dragon action, that does nothing!
Really doesn't do anything there, and potentially could prompt both Archaludons to have to Terrastalize pretty soon. But regardless, a pretty solid turn 1 there for Miguel, all things considered, with the caveat now that there are 2 primarily special attackers on the field. That means that Miguel will probably have to pivot out a little bit around who's able to be in the battle right now.
Alright, it's Whimsicott, the last Pokemon from Miguel's side of the field, and it will be Grimmsnarl using the Light Screen probably before it ends up getting knocked out by Archaludon on Miguel's side. And Khoa seems to be... Oh, wait, never mind. Thunder Wave's up. You can hold my breath on that one.
Yeah.
I'll hold myself there, and there's the attack boost from Archaludon, and here comes the Electro Shot onto the Whimsicott. The next one will do it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps getting those special attack boosts is the big thing, and that will let it start winning in the late game if it's able to, like, stay standing long enough, which could be an issue.
The Electro Shot will knock out the Grimmsnarl from Khoa's side of the field, and now... Interesting spot right now for Khoa, because, well, the Whimsicott's in play. You know, a lot of these Whimsicotts have to have Encore, and I don't know if you're Khoa if you want to have your Archaludon locked into an Electro Shot with improper rain turns.
I mean, that's possible, but you know that Pelipper has to switch back in eventually, and you know another Electro Shot KOs at least... It KOs Whimsicott, it KOs the Basculegion if it switches into that slot. I don't think you have to be that afraid of just clicking Electro Shot right here and not even worrying very much about that. I'd be more worried about what the Mousehold might get locked into.
Okay, so first of all, it's going to be to protect from the Mousehold. Going to protect itself from the incoming danger, and it is just the Encore, as I said, to lock the Archaludon into the Electro Shot, which you might think is a bad thing, but the only good thing is that it's resistant into both Archaludon and Whimsicott on the Miguel side. Just the Electro Shot, if it targets down the Whimsicott, will knock it out. But if this is improper rain turns, this could get bad towards the end of the Encore.
Yeah.
And it is going after the Whimsicott that should knock it out, and it will.
Yeah, it sure will. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really... I'm not... Unless rain ends, like, way faster than I thought it would, I'm not that afraid of this if I'm Khoa. Because at the very least, I'm still doing a bunch of damage to everything on the field.
And Electro Shot Instant Protect.
Yeah, and it does mean that that's another boost for Miguel's Archaludon. It's been getting a couple of these boosts kind of quietly.
Basculation comes in from Miguel's side of the field, and gotta keep in mind these Terra choices now because, well, Archaludon, of course, obviously resist Electro Shot. Basculation, their Terras have been mostly different. You see in Regulation I sets go Terra Ghost, but in Regulation H, there's been only 2 popular Terras, and it's been either Water or Grass.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You could Terra the Basculation right now if it's Grass and try to get away from the Archaludon a little bit. I don't know. I feel like the Archaludon can just keep clicking Electro Shot. I mean, a +3 Electro Shot against a Basculation, that's not a very bulky Pokemon. Even if it does Terra into something that resists, it might still just drop.
Dragonite is going to be the switch in from Khoa side just to make sure it's a flip turn, and if Khoa targets that slot and switches in that Pelipper, it's just going to go down to that Focus Sash.
Yeah, but I think it's more important for Miguel that he was able to break the multi-scale on the Dragonite. Because that then means that potentially just a follow-up Electro Shot into that Dragonite could KO it.
Yeah, it is going to be an Electro Shot into the Pelipper, into the Focus Sash. That's probably going to break the damage calculator if you ever have one at home.
Yep.
And then the Electro Shot comes out from Archaludon. It should be at +3 now.
Yeah, it's either 3 or 4.
I think it's 4 on Khoa's side.
Yeah, I think it's 3.
Yeah, +3 against this Dragonite. Multi-tail's broken. It hangs on at 11 HP.
That is
and there you go, 1 turn left of Rain. I think Archaludon has 2 turns left of Encore.
Yeah, and so it'll get locked into an extra Electro Shot, but the big thing is that...
Oh, wait, this is the last turn!
It's the last turn of Encore. Yeah, the weird Encore, for sure, because it can just keep clicking Electro Shot. It's not that afraid of doing so. The big issue now is
Hey, we do see it is the Scale Shot set from Khoa's Dragonite, and it's just going to protect.
I like that, trying to stall out this last turn here. There's no way
Hurricane is going to get blocked.
Yeah, there's no way that Khoa's Archaludon drops this turn, I don't think. And so it'll be able to Electro Shot and finish off the Pelipper, at which point you can do whatever else with Dragonite, knowing that Dragonite's going to be probably faster than Basculation because
Pelipper goes down. Yeah, Pelipper goes down here. Okay, what is with the... Are we trying to break damage calculators?
Yeah, it's a really important critical hit there.
Alright, Drake. Okay, it should be a Dragon Pulse maybe from this... Oh, no, it's another Electro Shot, so Archaludon will end the rain with +4. Khoa gets +5 after the rain will end, which is good news for Khoa, since Basculation is going to lose the Swift Swim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's mostly a question here of whether Khoa's Archaludon is faster than Miguel's Basculation, because that would certainly make things over, and also if Khoa's Dragonite is faster than Miguel's Basculation, which would also be pretty significant.
Yeah, you got to eye on Mousehold switching it. It's just going to switch in for that Friend Guard ability. Make sure to give Archaludon his best chance to live a potentially high boosting Last Respects for this Basculation. You see on the screen, it is that Choice Band item, and at base 150 power, it's going to deal damage.
It's going to deal some good damage, but Archaludon is just a pretty bulky Pokemon.
There's the Terastallization now from Miguel's side. I'm pretty sure this has to be the Basculation. No, it's Archaludon Terastallizing it. It's Terastallizing the Grass type.
Yeah, I don't dislike that, necessarily. I'm curious where this is going to go, but...
Oh, it's Aqua Jet. Tried to KO the Dragonite there, but again, Dragonite's not there anymore, and a +5 Dragon Pulse easily one-hit KOs Basculation.
Yeah, that's for sure, and that's probably why you don't Terra the Basculation there, is because it won't really matter. That's probably going to KO as well. Oh, wow.
That's not even we have.
No, that did absolutely nothing. That's a +4 Archaludon. That's
also an Assault Vest and a Friend Guard on the Archaludon.
That is true. It is pretty bulky. I'm just surprised it took so little damage.
Yeah, there's the Battle Constellation. Phan wins game number 1 after a lot of Electro Shots.
Yeah, and I guess Miguel immediately just said, alright, nope, not going to happen. Goodbye. Game number 2.
He got all the information he needed. He's just going to move. He got all the information he needed.
And I think Khoa's team is better situated around setting up the Archaludon than Miguel's team is. And so I wonder if Miguel is going to have some way of playing around that, potentially trying to shut down the Archaludon to some degree, or at least forcing it to Terra or do something just to stop it from just repeatedly clicking the...
Oh, wait a minute, there was a light screen up too!
Yeah, there was a light screen up. So definitely a lot of modifiers there that helped it out, but yeah, I wonder if Miguel can do something to try to prevent Khoa from getting that really set up Archaludon. Especially, Khoa didn't bring Pelipper at all, just didn't worry about bringing the rain, and I think that makes sense because Miguel's a lot more reliant on the rain, but that then means that Khoa gets to feel pretty comfortable having the rain without having to bring it and having to bring the Pelipper with it.
Talking about fast loading speeds, thank you, Switch 2, once again. You see what Miguel leads for game number 2, round number 6 is Pelipper Archaludon. Big switch up on the lead side of things for Miguel is going to be Grimmsnarl and Dragonite from Khoa. So each side retains a Pokemon, but they switched out one of their 2 leads.
Yeah, and this gets pretty difficult for Miguel immediately because Pelipper is going to get hit really hard with Scale Shot.
Or it has to protect to make sure.
Or it has to protect or switch out or something like that. But Thunder Wave can also go into the Archaludon almost immediately. Or the light screen can go up. Yeah.
Could be Whimsicott coming in here because, well, if it's Scale Shot, then yeah, you have to make sure it doesn't do anything. Or if it goes to the Archaludon, that benefits you with the body press. First of all, light screen from this Grimmsnarl going to reduce the special damage on Khoa's side of the field. Scale Shot does not affect the Whimsicott.
Yeah. That's not a bad...
And it's an Electro Shot.
Yeah, and it's an Electro Shot. And it'll probably just break the Dragonite multi-scale, I would imagine.
There's a special attack boost from the Archaludon. It's going to go after the Grimmsnarl here. That's a critical hit for Light Screen. It is not enough to knock a Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I don't even think it should... Well, maybe it could have set itself up for a 2-hit KO if it was...
Moves are being made quickly. Dragonite switches immediately. And in comes Archaludon from Khoa.
Is the Archaludon... And I wonder how...
And Whimsicott also sets up a light screen.
Okay. I guess it makes sense. Not really much else for it to be doing right now.
There's a Thunder Wave now on our Archaludon, cut the speed in half, and potentially have it not move for a single turn, which I will point out, it did not get paralyzed a single time last game, and it still retains that streak to its time.
Yeah. But that could matter in this game still. And if it is...
And Grimmsnarl's gone.
Shot the Grimmsnarl. I think that makes sense, but that also means that either the Dragonite can come back out, or the Maushold can come in and try to help out Khoa, especially. It could be... Okay, it'll just be the Dragonite.
Well, the good news for Khoa is that there's no Encore target to hit right now, and, well, if you're going to try to Encore something, I say you had to Encore the Archaludon, so you might need to pay attention to what the Archaludon does for Khoa this turn.
Yeah, and I'm curious if the Dragonite wants to... Because the Dragonite does have Haze. It could haze away the Archaludon's boosts for right now.
From who?
From
Miguel's?
Miguel's, yeah. It's got like 2 Electro Shot boosts right now.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see where you're going. I'll see it. I'm pretty sure you don't want to do that to your Khoa if you're having a boost of your own, but in this case, you're fine with it. And who's Archaludon is not terrestrializing? They're both different Terras. It's Miguel's to grass.
Yeah, it's Miguel's here, which makes sense. You're a little bit worried about the opposing Archaludon, especially.
There's the Tailwind, so effectively the speed's restored from Miguel's Archaludon. There we go. Under wave here. Haze going to eliminate all the Electro Shot boosts, and there's the first paralysis under Archaludon.
Finally, that first paralysis.
Flash Cannon straight into the Whimsicott. Super effective damage. Not a KO with the light screen.
Yeah, Whimsicott does. I think it might have eaten that even without the light screen, but still pretty nice there that it was able to take that, and that makes it a little bit weird for Archaludon for right now. Very much weird. In fact, so weird that in fact, maybe this Archaludon just go for straight up Electro Shots, or Khoa switches out in front of Encore, and is that actually extreme speed range for the Dragonite on the Whimsicott? I don't know, but we'll find out. And it is! No more Encores! The critical hit might have mattered, but we do not know for sure. Yeah, Whimsicott's not the most physically bulky Pokemon in the world, and that's not something you usually see out of these Haze Scale Shot Dragonites. You usually see, like, the Tailwind in that slot instead, but in that case, it really helped at getting the Whimsicott off the field there.
And there goes Multiscale Dragonite with the Electro Shot.
But now it means that either the Pelipper or the Basculegion has to switch in here, and nothing really wants to take a Scale Shot right now.
Well, I think Basculegion might have to hit a 100 power Choice Band Last Respects, which I guess with the Friend Guard up, I don't know if it KOs.
And also, if Maushold just clicks Follow Me, then it doesn't do anything. And that's what you have to be worried about as well. You might just have to...
Flip turn, maybe?
Either flip turn or just Wave Crash and try to see if you can get the Maushold out of here. The Mousehold's actually just going to protect here, so... potentially an opportunity for the Basculegion to get things done.
Wave Crash was the option, and he's going to hit the protect the Maushold.
I called out the turn, and it just didn't go with that same idea.
Scale Shot, it missed the Basculegion! And our Talon doesn't move!
Alright, well, let's run that turn back.
And the rain stopped.
Yeah, and actually, that's not bad for Khoa then, that all of that went the way that it did. There's one more turn of Tailwind on Miguel's side, but now you do have the opportunity to do the Follow Me version of the play, knowing that you might honestly take the Wave Crash, and yeah, it will just switch out, which I think is a good idea.
Pelipper comes in.
Yeah, because you do want the Basculegion to be in with Rain to try to win it, but at the same time... it's going to be pretty bad that you're losing your Pelipper right now and not really getting anything in return.
Scale Shot into the Pelipper. That's one hit.
Might not actually
That's
KO.
2. Here's 3. Okay, needs 5 hits to KO. 4. Does it get the 5th? Yes!
All right. Another 5-hitter for Dragonite, and got that one.
I think that's the second time it's gone 5 for 5.
I think that's the third today? Something like that. It's been all 5 for 5s today, so... and definitely some important ones.
And our Shaman can't move again!
Oh, that is tough. That is tough. It certainly... it wouldn't have done a ton of damage to the Maushold, but it puts it in such an awkward situation because now Basculegion, who would love to lock into Last Respects at this point, can't. If Archaludon was able to try to hit Maushold, try to get like a one-hit KO with an Electro Shot or something, maybe there was a way back into it, but it gets so much harder with Basculegion forced to, because if Basculegion can't lock into Last Respect, you don't really have a way for Basculegion to take down Archaludon. And probably can't really do that much damage to Dragonite either. Probably doesn't pick up a KO.
I have a better question to be asking here. I don't know if Dragonite can 1v1 the Archaludon, because every Scale Shot means a stamina boost.
It does. I mean, it can haze off the stamina boosts, I guess, but... I mean, the Archaludon on Khoa's side is still in the back.
Yeah, there you go. Locking the Wave Crash here. Maushold gets one-hit KO'd by that Choice Band. Rain-boosted Wave Crash. Basculegion is just going to hit hard and do what it loves. Scale Shot lands under the Basculegion. 1 hit. 2. 5 might do it again. There's a 3rd. Oh, it might be a roll on the 4th.
Before.
It KOs.
Yeah. Pick up the KO there. And we'll see if Archaludon's actually able to move this time, and if it is, it might come down to Archaludon versus Archaludon, which the one that's not paralyzed is in a pretty good spot in that situation.
It moves the Dragon Pulse. KOs!
Does pick up the KO.
And now it's Archaludon versus Archaludon.
Yeah.
Although Khoa's has Light Screen for, I presume, 2 more turns.
Yeah, it's got Light Screen up. It's not paralyzed. It hasn't Terra'd, although I think it probably should Terra just right now.
Yeah, there you go. See it on the screen. There's Terra Bug.
Yeah, I think you Terra right now and don't take a lot of damage against anything here. We could be in for a little bit of a slow one.
Yeah, we could be in here. Khoa with that Terra Bug Archaludon. Perfectly positioned here against Body Crash should the game go as long as it is. And first of all, it's an Electro Shot. This is resisted, however.
It is resisted, but you do get the boost out of it, which is nice.
I guess the problem is like how much damage is this doing. Remember, it's just an Assault Vest on the Archaludon.
Yeah.
That's decent.
Not a ton of damage.
Stamina procs from the Archaludon on Miguel's side, and the Dragon Pulse comes out.
Shouldn't do a lot of damage.
Okay.
Ooh, it's pretty good damage, honestly. Yeah, this could honestly be kind of close.
And Light Screen's
Light
on for Khoa.
Screen's off now. Miguel might be in a pretty nice spot here if he doesn't get full parrot at any point.
Dragon Pulse. The next one will do it on the Archalodon on Miguel's side. And it moves with an Electro Shot.
Yeah, and remember, it doesn't. Koa's Archalodon doesn't resist the Electro Shot anymore. So this
if this doesn't KO, if this doesn't KO, Koa wins. If Miguel KO's, we gotta gain 3. Mr. Electro Shot, important, not enough.
Not enough, and I think Dragon Pulse is enough. It's close, but I think it's enough.
One turn left of rain, but it should just be the end of the game here for Koa. And the Dragon Ball goes off. It's gonna hit. Koa Phan makes it to 4-2 in round number 6.
Does pick up the victory there, and we'll have to wait and see now what the top cut's going to end up being. We've got a lot of really good players here, and a lot of people who aren't here all the time, which also makes for really interesting matchups in that top cut.
Yeah, it should be very interesting indeed. You know, we have at least one undefeated 6-0 player, thanks to the likes of Abigail Watson and David Huttner. He should be one of the favorites here to win today. And, well, everyone else in the top 8 does have a certain chance to make it to win here at our first tournament here at Second Tournament Plays. And, well, definitely be interesting to see who makes top cut. You want to see who finds out? Or do we want to just go to a commercial break and wait for it?
We'll wait.